Hello everyone, this is Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes, and I have 4 A6 size traveler's notebooks all ready for my shop. They're all fabric covered. They have a sari silk closing. I've used this wide eyelet, and inside it's more fabric. Well, this particular one is upholstery fabric, so it's kind of a heavy cotton. And the inside pockets, I've used a vintage hanky. And this particular one has the little variegated yellow and white tatting lace at the top of it. And this is a hanky that was gifted to me by Suzanne, and I've used it here. And they've got 2 inserts, and they're removable, and so when it's full you can replace it with another, and it's roughly an A6. They're about 4 1/4, the cover is 4 3/8, and the pages are 4 1/4, and they're 6 inches tall, and there's a little bit of wiggle room in there, so if you had one that was a little bit taller, 1/8 of an inch maybe, it would fit just fine. But let's take a look inside the front pocket here. I put some goodies in it. There's a little angle pocket that is already scored and folded, and you can just insert it, glue it on anywhere that you want a little tuck spot. So each of them has one of these, but the pattern is different on each one. And they all have 2 little folders. One of the folders has coffee dyed papers stitched down the center, and these are from Antique Paperie. And this little folder has pockets, twin pockets on both sides, and on the right side it's got a positive word tag. This one has believe, and then it's a verb and has a description. And this tag and a list of positive words are from Artzology, so they can be used anywhere you like in the journal. This little pocket is 1 1/2 inches, and this one is 3. And on this side we have some little labels with words and their description, your definition, and these are from Tracie Fox. And in the back tall pocket we've got some labels that I think the name of the shop is the Mad Crusher or something. I'll find out what it is, and I'll put it in the description box. But there's some labels that can be cut apart and used. Get that out of my way so I can see. So it's got a little ephemera folder, little tiny one, and that just fits inside the little pocket. And I've used a hanging file folder for the stability factor of this cover. And I used a double-sided cardstock from K & Company on the outside stability page of the little journal. And here I have a side pocket, and I made a little tag out of napkin and book page, and then I gessoed over the napkin to lighten it up, and I used a sticker, and then I just cut or ripped some fabric and stapled it at the top, and I stitched all the way around the tag, and I also glued on some coffee dyed paper onto the back of the tag for journaling. But to get this napkin onto my book paper, I used Susan Taylor Brown's with the Mod Podge, and I let it dry, and then I ironed it on. Work like a dream. Love it. So I did a whole bunch of those tags. Had fun. But inside here I just got some different papers and Edith Holden. And this is a receipt from the early 1900s, and it was a book of receipts that I got from a seller on eBay, and they were purchased from Woolworths back in the day. And here's a little ledger page, and here's a handmade paper, and a music composition page, and drawing paper, avocado dyed paper. And here I have an envelope, and the back of it I just made it into a little pocket, and I've got a coffee dyed mini Rolodex card and a vintage index card that I cut into a tag shape. And this is the natural coloring and aging on this index card. I thought it was just awesome. And so here we've got a collaged envelope, and it's got some stickers. And inside the envelope I have a piece of coffee dyed parchment with a digital stamp for journaling. Is the other part of that receipt. Another tag, and I fussy cut a flower out of my Wildflowers of Britain, or I don't know the title, but it was a book that I had just got, and I did a bunch of fussy cutting. And here I've got another one, and a March page for the Edith Holden. Another of the receipts, avocado dyed, coffee dyed, and another ledger page, drawing paper, and here I have another coffee dyed envelope, and I just had it paper clipped on, and inside it has a coffee dyed index card. And I just use a little gold teardrop paper clip to hold that on. And this back pocket, I have an old an alterations tag. It's an alterations tag, and then a Tiffany & Company tag that my grandson stamped for me. And in this back pocket, some more goodies. I have one of the little envelopes with the pocket that came from the Target dollar spot. And then I also made a tag out of wallpaper and sheet protectors that I sliced and sewed them on. And I put stamps. They're all foreign countries, different stamps, and then on the back it's all labels. So you have some ephemera to work with, and then plus also you have the tag. And that fits right inside. And to close it up, I just wrap it around and tuck the knot down under, and it holds it nice and tight. So there's lots of room for expanding. So that's this pretty print. And then I've got this one. And here, show the fabric. It's a nice heavy upholstery fabric, and I used a pretty linen on the inside. And here is some eyelet that I used for the pockets on this. And let's take a look at the little books. And here's the pocket for this one. It's got the little green butterfly. And this one, that's adventure. And then some more definition labels and some more blank labels and some more positive words. And again, this is from Antique Paperie. And it's the little notebook again. And here's the little napkin tag I made for this one. And the pages, the Edith Holden, are different in each one, but otherwise they're just in different orders. And then envelope pocket again with another of the index cards and mini Rolodex. And here's the collage on this side. And the parchment book paper, or coffee dyed paper. I just love how that avocado dye turned out. Each page is so different. And here's another tag. This is butterflies with another sticker. And the Edith Holden's got the nest. Thinking spring. I'm ready. Isn't that pretty? This page is, and I believe there's one of each of these in each of the signatures. And what this is, it's a unique many layers of coffee dyeing, because I put a piece of this rolled paper that I got from a newspaper printing shop, and it's a 36-inch wide roll. And I just roll off a big piece and I put it over the top of my dining room table, and then I lay out all my coffee dyed papers and stuff to dry. And so it's got all these layers of all the different coffee from all the different repetitions that I did. So it's just unique and it's just gorgeous, all the different layers. And it was getting so wrinkly and coffee dyed that I thought, what can I do with this? So I ironed it flat, and then I got the Olfa cutter or rotary cutter and mat out, and I just started cutting it up, and they make great pages. So just an interesting thing about that. And inside here is another index card. I do an awful lot of coffee dyeing of paper at this house, that's for sure. And we've got the Tiffany and the alterations tag, and this one has the original string on it, and they're all uniquely numbered. And the back pocket, here we have our little Target envelope. Here it is. One fell out. Here's the tag with the stamps on this side, and here we have our labels for this book. And these are all foreign stamps also. Some are old, some are not, but they're all beautiful. And then next, had to have a purple one in there for my purple friends. So I've just got some purple sari silk and this pretty fabric. This is the only one that's not upholstery. This is a fine, high quality quilter's cotton. And the lining of it, it's beautiful. All the hydrangeas. And here we have another vintage hanky. And the ephemera here, we have this little rose butterfly for our pocket. And here's our two little folders. This is our notebook. They're little papers. And this one is our little folder, and this one's beautiful. And here's our words for that one. And our definitions and blank labels. But I thought that coordinated with my fabrics so well. Had to use it. And this is a Prima paper. I believe it's the lavender collection that I used for the journal covers. And here we've got this napkin tag. This is my the coffee dyed huge paper I was talking about. That's this one with all the interesting layers of coffee. And it smells awesome. And I am not a coffee drinker. Coffee in my house is used to dye paper. But boy, do I like the smell of it. And here we have our little envelope flat pocket. And the collage side with a couple of stickers. And the parchment. And here we have another tag. And here's our index card in this one. And for our back pocket, have another of the seed envelopes from Target. And here is our tag for this one. This wallpaper is just gorgeous. And here under that pretty pink flower. So you have a really pretty tag underneath the stamps that you can use. But I love to use up my wallpaper. And here are my labels on this side. And it's gorgeous. Okay, and last we have our blue one. And this has the blue and green, little dab of the purple, the variegated sari. And that's what this fabric looks like. And inside I just have a white soft canvas for the lining. And another old hanky. There we go, make that flat. And inside our pocket, here we have a really pretty burgundy butterfly on our little tuck pocket. And our two little books. This one is Caring. And our words. And our definitions. And these labels have the blue outlining. And that's what this one looks like. And then this one is our little notebook with our pages. And it looks like this. and it says Life. So this slips into the pocket. And here we've got, this is from K & Company, double-sided cardstock again, and have a butterfly napkin tag. I love this handmade paper. And we have our tags and our Rolodex. And the collaging. And here we have a flowering branch with a little bird on it per parchment. Another tag. And coffee dyed envelope, and our index card. And we have our 2 tags in the back. And in our back pocket, get my fingers underneath that. Here we've got our seed packet from Target. And here is our little tag with all of our stamps, and they're all foreign stamps, and the labels. And again, it's wallpaper, and it has a cardstock inside, so these are very sturdy tags. So these are fun little traveler's notebooks. And here is some of the other tags that I made so that you can kind of get an idea. Let's see, this is that pretty wallpaper border that I used. And different wallpaper on the back, but I haven't used these yet. Got to fill them full of goodies and send them in Happy Mail or include them in journals. Now, aren't these fun? Memories to keep me company in the little outhouse. And here it's behind the house and down the lane. That's so cute. And yes, when I was growing up, we really did have an outhouse. We did until I was about 9, I think. That's when we got our first toilet on the inside of the house. Is that an experience? The wallpaper border I used for this sunflower one was cut with the petals of the sunflower, so I layered it on top of another striped yellow and white wallpaper so that it has a really nice layered effect. And then use the pretty vine wallpaper for the back. I love that butterfly. Another one with butterfly. So they're all different. And that's such a pretty border. And daffodils. Pretty tulips. And the bird and the butterfly. And the hole in the tag ended up almost right on his eyeball. It's kind of weird. And this is a wallpaper border that goes this way, but I cut the pink stripes off of it, and it looks great as a tag going this way. And some purple ones. So I just wanted to share and tell those. But these little traveler's notebooks are going to be in my shop. I want to thank you very much for watching. I want you to have a creative day, and thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you.